Yes, welcome back to the Bray and Ethan Podcast, episode 138. And of course, it is all powered by Pegs. Download the Pegs app if you're a uni or TAFE student. And Ethan, the big, well, actually, we don't even have to say that anymore.
I was about to say,
to the public.
You don't have to be a student. Open to the general public as of September 5, which is 4 days ago at the time of recording.
Yeah.
So that's just made it wide open. It's an open race now for everyone. And we need to get out of the run sheet, the new student discount platform, because it's the new life platform, really.
Yeah.
That might have to be the slogan. This man on today, he's been requested on the show. There's been a few messages saying, get this guy on, and we've granted that wish for people. Perth season may be over, but to reflect on a fantastic season, please welcome Robert Warrell. Bobby, welcome.
Thank you, man.
Great to have you on.
Late in as well.
Yeah, late in, which, it sounds bad because it's like not, we're not to say you're a second priority, but very grateful that you've made the time today considering the late notice.
No, that's all good.
Well, Mora, Northern Suns, Dandy Saints,
Yeah.
bit of research on you. We've played Colts, reserves and league, there. So how has the journey been before you joined Perth in 2023?
Yeah, it was all right. I was a young boy in Mora growing up my whole life. Played in Mora for a bit until I would say about year 5, and then I moved to Dandy. Played there for about 2 years, and then I played hockey for them as well.
Really?
Yeah, and then I moved back to Mora. Played there for year 10. We won a flag there as well. I had my league debut that year as well, so year 10 I had
That's
my league
early.
debut.
That is
Playing
early.
country league football.
Yeah.
And when we think about league footy, we think it's pretty good. But like country league footy can sometimes be a lot better than just normal city footy because a lot bigger bodies and some pretty good players go out. So it's tough footy for year 10.
How scary was that for you?
Well, I didn't really want to do it at the start.
But you got
and then-
forced?
Not forced. I asked my parents about it, and they were proud of me and all that stuff. So I...
Wore the yellow shorts?
No. This one we wore white shorts.
Okay.
But I played league, so I had to wear the actual shorts.
Also, looking after kids wasn't a thing.
That wasn't a
Oh,
thing.
right.
We just played
That
league.
was my reference.
Malachi Chamey had to get a permission slip signed so he could play.
No, not us.
Yeah.
But when I went back down to Resi's, I had to wear wear the proper shorts so I could get hit by anyone.
Yeah, right.
So
That's crazy. I actually didn't know that was a thing. I thought it was just everything if you're under 16, isn't it? Is that the rule?
I'm not too sure.
Were you any good at hockey?
Yeah, I was actually pretty good at hockey.
Yeah.
So, and this is just coming up with it now. I remember playing hockey in high school and would have the sorest back after about 2 minutes of playing.
Because you have to bend over.
You must have a...
Oh, no, I'm a
decent back.
bit smaller, so
guess.
I don't have to bend over as much.
Yeah.
So, it was pretty good.
Well, you were a regular all the way through that season last year at Perth that obviously made the Colts grand final. So how was that year as a whole?
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. First half of it was my best part, but after that, I just fell off, I think. Like, not as much goals. Yeah.
You were third in goal assists, I noticed, in the grand final though. So you're clearly doing something right, and didn't disgrace yourself by any means. But you played the 18s trial game this year, is that right, at Coburn?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What was the feedback there like? Was it frustrating at all not being able to break your way into the eventual squad? Because small forwards in years gone by, you probably just would have been in the 18 squad, but it's arguably WA's biggest strength this year with so many electric small forwards. So how was that? And putting on the black, the jersey at least must have still been good in that pre-season game.
It was good to play in that. I was a bit surprised when I got picked for it, especially going in there with Cooper. It was good. So then I actually knew one person, and then once I was there for a while, I started getting to know a lot of the boys, and it was good. But I was a bit disgraced that I didn't get into it. Put me down a bit, but I had a chat with the coach, a couple of the other boys. They just told me to keep my head up and just keep pushing. Told me a lot of things, what to do. But then after I got told that, I I just started going a bit harder, like pressure acts and all that, goals. But yeah,
get back to work. Well, back to earlier in the year, first game of the year, you kicked 6 goals. So what a way to start the year. So did the confidence just flow on from there to set the whole season up? And what does it mean to be the number one man or the number one forward?
It was good. It was a good feeling to kick that much goals in the first game. Last year I kicked the first goal, so that really like put my ego up a little bit. Yeah. But this year's first game was just one of my best games, I reckon.
Yeah. So what does it mean now? End of the season, what does it mean to be the best forward in the comp?
Yeah, it feels good.
You can laugh at that, but the stats don't lie. Like number one leading goal kicker. Did you ever think that was a possibility?
Well, it's not usually. Let's be real. It's not usually a small forwards. Usually, the big tall forward, and you've pinched that off a couple of other big tall forwards.
And you're kicking bags as well. Like you're not just kicking. You're not just kicking 1s and 2s. Like 6, 5. So how's it feel?
Feels pretty good. Like last year, I only didn't kick as much as I kicked, but it was good.
Did you feel that you had more attention coming towards you as the season went on? Obviously, 6 goals in the first round probably would have put the opposition's eyes on you. But did you cop more attention as the year went on?
Yeah, like I just had heaps of people just hitting me. First game, they had one person on me, and then I kicked 3 on him, and then they got another one, and then I kicked 2, and then I tried getting they just rotated. Yeah, couldn't stop.
And you kind of mentioned it, but it seemed as though your pressure lifted throughout the year. Was that something you made a conscious effort to lift? Because obviously goals matter, but you always hear coaches talk about pressure being just as important.
Yeah.
Was that something that was said you need to put more pressure on, or did you realise it yourself, or both?
Well, I was talking with state coaches about it. They told me that my pressure wasn't as good as what they wanted it to be. And then I was talking with the coaches like Scott and a couple of the other coaches in Perth. They were just telling me to get my pressure up a bit, and then from there it just rose a bit.
Yeah.
And because you were kicking so many goals, did you ever feel like the team was relying on you to kick a bag every week to get over the line?
Yeah, but sometimes. There was another one that was kicking like a bag, so I'll just let them do what they do, and just do the pressures and all that stuff.
Because you'd hate for it, because you were doing so well, you'd hate for your teammates just to be expected of you now, and because it was so normal, they might not have got around you as much compared to the first time you kicked the big bag. I don't know, but I reckon that could be a natural thing. They probably just expected of you after a while.
Yeah. Well, they would always come up to me on the Thursday training, oh, how much you going to kick this week? How much? Yeah. But whenever I replied to it, I kicked 1 or 2. So every time they say it, I'll just walk away from them or just say, don't ask that question.
Yeah, you got to keep things under wraps. What would you say the highlight of the year was, maybe... I think that comes to mind is obviously that goal after the sign you guys won in Peel. Anything else? Obviously, making a finals is a really good achievement in itself.
Well, coming from 7th place, we really pushed for that top 5 spot, and we eventually got it, and we just didn't want it to let go. And there was at one stage that a couple of us boys were worrying that we weren't going to get it, but then we won against South. And then we all just happy after that there, but then that game, not a good game.
Would have hurt 2 points down at the stadium where you won after the siren, obviously earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you went down in the nail biter in the elimination final, but there is quite a bit of change happening at the club. Obviously, the new league coach just got announced, thinking new GM the footy as well. So what happens now? Do you sort of make goals for 2025 and even start training again soon, or do you just want much more of a longer break?
Well, I was just thinking I was going to give myself 2 week, probably a month break, and then get straight back into it. Because this year my fitness really put me down a lot, so that's one of my biggest things I want to get this year, and a bit more muscle on me.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. I heard someone the other day, a WAFL player, I feel, and they were their season was done. And they were saying, "Oh, I'm getting back into training in a week's time." And I was like, "I know it's semi-professional, but like, man, I mean, it probably speaks to the dedication and hunger of why they're there in the first place." But it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you need a bit of a longer break because it is a long season.
Yeah. Well, I'm a bit like through the year I was getting a bit tight, a bit sore after games. I guess against South Freo I bruised my rib, like I got booted, and I'm not too sure who it was, but he went off for a knee injury. Not sure how bad it was or anything, but ever since then I just haven't been breathing and running as good. Yeah, bit sick as well.
Yeah, that would knock you around a hell of a lot because you don't think you can go 100%, but then you're like, oh.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna play that week. The week that came on, like physio was gonna say no, but I went through the what's it called, the fitness test on Thursday, and I just pushed through it because I wanted to play. I didn't want to lose. So
That's fair enough. Well, luckily we got you in that time we did because you're working from 6 to 2:30, and usually we're a morning podcast as we like to do, but we're recording at 5 o'clock today, so it suited you perfectly. So how's the working days treating you in off field?
Yeah, it's going good. Work's going good. I was a bit sick lately, so I've just been going in and out of hospitals and stuff. But yeah.
What's work? What work are you doing?
I'm a trade assistant, so I work at PWR.
Yeah.
We do fire trucks, fire and rescues, and all that there. Like with the big Scania fire trucks. Yeah. We build those. Yeah, it's good.
They're a sponsor of Perth, aren't they?
Yeah, yes they are, yeah.
So is that how you got the job?
Yeah, that would be one of the main ways I got it, but I was talking with one of the state coaches about it. This was like early on in the year when I was still part of the state. Yep. But yeah.
Oh, bloody hell, it's good how footy clubs do that for a lot of people, especially people who come from or weren't based in Perth like you, based up north obviously, and coming down you had to obviously play footy and then find a job, have a life outside of footy. So it's good that clubs support players like that.
Especially first year out of school as well. So especially like that as well, you know, you're probably maybe wondering back end of last year, what does the next sort of year look like for me outside of footy, and then bang, not to say they've just handed it to you. I'm sure you worked hard as well, but yeah, it's good.
Well, I was working before it. I was doing carpentry. So like straight after school, I had like a month off, and then I was straight back into working down here. Yeah. And
tough on the body though,
It's crazy.
Yeah. I remember Lance Collard, his manager was telling him he was doing some sort of trade, and this was right before the draft. His manager was like, you need to stop, man. Like, it's going to kill your body, especially on the path that he was on. Yeah, that's
what I got told as well. Like, I would come into states training like late because I would finish at 3:30. And then I'll have to head home to Freo.
Traffic, man.
Yeah, and then have a shower, have food, and then I'll get to training, and I'll be like 10 minutes late. Yeah. And then we were doing a 2K run one time, and I had my like worst time of like the year. I ended up doing my back in the run, but I pushed through. I didn't want to stop.
Too much hockey.
I haven't played hockey for about I'd say about 3-4 years now. Yeah.
Summer sport could be.
That's what I'm thinking. Yep.
Yeah.
Just well, my sister just won a flag on Saturday.
Up there?
No, here, somewhere here. But it was she won 3 grand finals this year, I'm pretty sure, or 2, one of them.
So you reckon summer sport, like, not to speak privately here, but like Perth, would they allow that? Like,
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'll talk to them. I want to like another sport that I can keep busy.
Man.
Yeah, it's keep fit and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. They should allow. I know guys play basketball and stuff as well.
No, I don't like basketball. Yeah. Well, I'll do basketball, but my ankles break too much. So I've broken my ankles in basketball about 3-4 times already. So
yeah,
fair enough. All right, Instagram Q&As now. Obviously, this went out probably only 7 hours ago. So hasn't had the full,
4 hours.
Well, there you go. It hasn't had the full 24-hour treatment that it usually does. So impressive for the questions that have been sent in. Ethan's obviously going to check throughout to see if there's any more that have come through recently. But we'll start things off with K.Kelly1. Do you think you're the best player to come out of Mora?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Have they added any AFL talent?
No, we haven't yet.
Really?
No.
Well, you probably
Possibly
are
the
number one.
first one.
Yeah. I'm probably the only leading WAFL Colts goal kicker too.
Yeah. Well, we had Dakota Bolden Wright as well, but sad. I know his family and all that kind of stuff.
Good to see the club. I know recognised him.
Yeah.
One of the awards has been named after him, so that's a really good touch. For such a loved member of the community. What was I going to say before Q&A? Oh, AFL draft. Will you nominate? Because yes, you didn't play state footy, but
I don't think so.
It's happened before, so maybe not this year, but
Maybe
years
not
to
this
come.
year. Yeah.
As we say, there's so many ways to get into the system now. K. Kelly won again. Thoughts on upcoming more talent coming through? Cade Kelly ? So wanting a shout out here.
Well, yeah, he's good. I'm pretty sure he goes to school at I don't even know where he goes to school, but he's
Perth or up there.
Yeah, he goes to school here somewhere in Perth. He's a good mate of mine as well. But yeah, I reckon he could probably be a good one.
They're the second best to come out of Mora.
Mazaris
James, favourite African at the club. Probably shout out.
I'm pretty sure he's the only African at the club. Well, in Colts anyway.
Yeah. Ali.KX Rim, I think.
Yeah, Ali.
Yeah. Did Bobby really celebrate flicking his long hair back in the day after a goal?
No, I didn't.
The short hair's treated you well though this year. The haircut, maybe that's been the secret to your goal kicking success.
Probably. Yeah.
Yep.
Bit more arrow.
Any reason for that, or just comfort mainly?
Well, I was at the shopping centre with my sister one time, and she didn't like the hair at all. Like she was like, "What?
Well, she pay for your haircut."
She paid for the haircut. She was like, "I'll pay for your haircut if you want a haircut." And I was like second guessing, but then I actually got it.
Tom Brooks _57 is the Dandy Saints the greatest country football team of all time?
I'd say one of them. Well, they won the flag this year.
Okay, that's big.
They won the flag by like 60-something points.
Big win.
Yeah.
Bubba.Ant06, Anthony Hansen. Who's a better fisherman, me or Champo?
I'm not too sure. I'm not going to say anything because there's
controversial.
Yeah.
0 Braden 7. How long have you been into footy? So how long has footy been in your life?
Well, I've played since I was 3 years old, like in under 13s. So, I was 3, my first game, and then the second game I turned 4. So
proper football.
That is early,
football,
man.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So I was playing Nippers. Nippers is below that, like for Auskick, yeah. No, yeah, Auskick, yeah. And I was like too good for them. Like the coach, like the coach and all that stuff was saying, "Nah, we don't want him to play anymore." And my dad was the coach for Nippers, so under 13s or something. And he was like, "All right, then we'll put him in." And then I was just running around 3 years old, like kicking goals and shit.
That I've never heard that.
Neither have I.
Your 3-year-old is too good. He cannot play football anymore.
I've seen 3-year-olds before, and I cannot imagine a 3-year-old playing.
So I was playing against like year
footy.
7s and all that.
That's
like at
unreal.
that age. Like I would have been like this tall.
What, were you tall as a kid?
No, I was short, but like I was like probably here.
What?
But I never had any shorts that could fit me, so we had to go to an AFL store and get like little eagle shorts.
Like actual little kids shorts.
Yeah, and the jersey was like a dress on me, so
that's insane.
Yeah. That might be the most mind-boggling thing I've ever heard in 5+ years doing this podcast.
That is insane. A 3-year-old playing with year 7s. So what? They'd be 12. So that's a 9-year age gap.
Yeah.
What?
The maths doesn't do it. I'm not doubting you, but the maths, yeah. I'm trying to.
So that would be like. Oh, I'm not too sure what year that would be, but
it'd be like a year 3 playing with year 12s.
Yeah.
So that would have been like 2009.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I've got on Play HQ. You know what that is?
Yeah. I do know what that is.
It has my years on it, but some years they've missed out. So, but it starts at 2011, I'm pretty sure, but it might.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I
was
was
4, 5. So yeah, you're on the money there.
Well, I don't know if he's your mate or not. Well, yeah, he clearly is because he's got a question coming up again. But I was going to say, if that's a random bloke just asking that question, that is unreal to get an answer like that.
He says again, do you miss Braden?
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
Was he playing footy with you at age 3?
I don't think anyone was playing footy at age 3 apart.
So
from
I was in like
Bobby.
kindy at the time, playing, and one of my mates we were having like a like, you know how you used to walk up and you had to bring something with you, like Chantel?
Chantel, yeah.
Yeah, I bring in a trophy with me, like, because I won a trophy in like playing it, and I bring it in, and they were like all just like confused and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, because trying to think back, I think, well, Auskick in Perth, I don't know what it is outside, but when I came through Auskick, you started in pre-primary, which you would be 5. So you just bypassed that.
Even to remember being 3 years old is a good memory, because I feel like my earliest memories would be like 5, 6, like, and even then I can't remember days. Like, the only things that come up. Malachi Champion. It's not a question. He just says, I catch the biggest fish. So clearly a flex. You go out fishing with these boys?
Yeah, we do actually. We go out. Well, we haven't been out for a while because the footy season's been on, but hopefully soon we could make something happen. But I don't think he's caught the biggest fish out of all of us. I think it was either one of them two. They caught like a big tailor, but I'm not too sure which one it was. But I caught I was with Malachi at the time, a Norwegian pufferfish.
Yeah.
So it's a big pufferfish like that, and it like just broke our net. We pulled it up.
Whereabouts do you go?
Well,
the ocean.
No, we go in the river.
Yeah, right.
Well, we caught like flatheads and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But Bicton Bars was last time I went with all these blokes. But yeah, haven't been out for a while. I normally go before games. Like round 1, I went, and then I kicked 6 goals, and then against East Perth, I went, kicked 5, and then I just kept on doing it after that.
So you're going to like dawn or before dawn?
Oh yeah. Sometimes I'd go like as the sun's setting, and but sometimes I'd go at like 7 to 8 for like an hour.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Gotta go in the morning when the water's flat.
So fellow small forwards at the WAFL, take note.
For Jay Jaden, is there a role or position you hate on the footy field? Playing defensive.
Yeah.
Well, I've never really played backline at all. Year 11, I played league the whole year in country. I played as a wing, like almost the whole season. I did pretty good. I got rising star in the like out of all the under 19s. Yeah.
Yes. But that still didn't really even answer the question. You said you played on the wing once one year.
Yeah, they were the only positions I played.
Yeah, right.
Well, forward, wing, and then like
in the
centre.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So we'll say down back because you've never been down there.
No.
That's Bodie. Last one. Dream AFL team to join if you could choose.
That's a hard one. I would say Freo. Well, it's my favourite team. Most of my family like it. My dad's the only one that doesn't like Freo. He goes for Eagles, but we all give him shit about it.
Any player that you idolised or watched growing up?
Probably just Eddie Betts, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say like Cozzy Pickett now. Like he's going good. Shea Bolton, all the small forwards nowadays. Yeah.
Hopefully.
2 of them you just named could be at Freo or West.
Yeah, Shea Bolton probably more.
So we'll have a front row seat
more likely
here in WA. All right, we'll move on to the quiz. Obviously, some competitive scores recently. Darcy Peterson and Luke Urquhart both on what is a record for the quiz, for this quiz in this format, 13 out of a possible 14.
It is.
Having a look at some Perth teammates, Noah Catchard 11.
Trippamore 10.
Trippamore 10, yeah. And Josh Edwards 9.5.
Preston Cherry Bales, Perth teammate, got 8. And one of the boys, not a teammate, but stitched you up a little bit in the Q&As, Anthony Hansen on 6. So if we can aim for that, bottom score.
It's almost a record low.
He'll obviously not be
Malachi
cheering for you.
10.
Yeah.
Malachi's 10 as well.
You said you don't know your stats, so these are pretty recent. We'll see how we go.
Yeah. Question number 1, what is your height and weight on the WAFL website?
On the WAFL website, it would be... Weight would probably be 69.
Correct.
And height would probably be like 172.
Correct.
Is that a guess or?
Nah, I'm about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except for the weight now.
One from one.
Question number 2. You kicked 38 goals this year from how many games?
16.
Correct.
Yeah.
Is that every game you played?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good effort. Season unscathed. Question number 3. How many less is this than you played last year?
Like 4? Say 4?
3. So you played 19 last year.
3 finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you went all the way to the GF. Question number
3.
4. Now, this is as it stands. So, obviously, finals are still on for Colts and the WAFL. So, how many more goals did you kick than the next best person as it stands? So,
It stands now.
yeah.
And this includes finals.
Yes.
Well, I don't know how much he kicked on the weekend. He played on the weekend, didn't he?
So, Judd Marcello is the second, yeah. Obviously, they're done now.
Say 3? Or 2?
One more.
Oh,
one more.
Okay,
yeah. So, but luckily for you, I mean,
Either way.
no matter what happened from now on, if someone kicks a big bag from Claremont, we're not going to take away from you. You're still the leading goal kicker.
Like
yeah.
8 or something in front, hey?
Yeah. So one more, but he's done now. They got knocked out. So 2 from 4.
2 from 4. Question number 5. Who was the last team you didn't kick a goal against? It should have probably been a.
There's only
decent
2
matchup
games,
for
I'm
you.
pretty sure. First was South, I know that. And second was... Subiaco.
Correct.
Yeah.
Round 19.
I was going to say it would have been a big matchup for you with Malachi.
Yeah.
But was he
didn't
playing
play.
league?
Yeah, he played league.
We're halfway to Anthony Hanson's score. 3. We're on 3. Same
We've
age
got
that you...
5 questions to go.
The same age that you peaked at footy. 3. No. Question number 6. Have you given away or received more free kicks in your Colts career?
Wait, say it again?
Have you personally given away or received more free kicks in your career?
I'd say given away.
This is probably the biggest gap we've had.
It's one of the biggest gaps.
We've been having this question for a long time, and usually it's only 1 or 2 different, but you've received 5 more than you've given away.
28 to 23. Okay. So you're getting more free kicks than you even know about yourself.
Still 3 from 6. Question number 7. Your last game of basketball for Biner.
Binner?
Binner.
Yeah,
Binner.
Binner.
Biner.
Oh,
Binner.
I don't know this, eh?
It was your last game was in 2023. How many points did you score?
For like 2.
Oh, 3.
Oh, 3. You must hit a nice long from beyond the arc.
I think it would have been, yeah.
Yeah. So
3 from 7.
3 from 7.
But we've still got 7 points up for grabs.
Yeah. So 3 goals was your most common amount of goals outside of kicking 1.
Yeah.
So in the Colts this year, how many times did you kick 3 goals? So no, but no more. So like, how many times did you just kick 3 goals and
Only
no
3?
more than that? Yeah.
This has got to be a guess. I'd say 4.
Correct.
Oh, sorry.
That's good.
I was going to say
On a roll.
I was going to say that's wrong. I was looking at the 3 goals instead of
4 times.
But yeah, you get that right. So 4 from 8. Question number 9. 2 bags of 5 against East Perth this year.
Yeah.
So you must own someone on that East Perth defence. Did you have more disposals in the first game against them or the second? And once again, this is pretty close.
I'd say the first game.
Correct. 14 in the first game, 13 in the second. Could have gone either way.
Question number...
So what are we?
We're on 5. So you're going to equal Baba no matter what because you get a point regardless. But obviously we want to drift past that.
So we could go up to a potential 10.
Yeah.
And
So
be equal with Malachi.
So 5 points if you bang on, and then we'll go from there. So you played 14 games for Dandy Saints League in 2022. How many from these 14 were you named in the best player on Play HQ?
3.
So it's 6.
Oh.
So you're within 3. So that's what is it? What do we usually do? 4 points if you're within 3, so it's 4 points, hey?
Yeah, that's 9.
Yep. So it was, 6, so double that. That takes you to 9 on the leaderboard. You surpass Anthony significantly. You also go past Preston Cherry Bales, a Perth teammate, just below Cooper Moore, just below Malachi, but you're, I'd say you're on more than halfway on the top end of the leaderboard. So you'll take that, considering you said you didn't know your stats. Yeah. You'll definitely take that.
I'll do that on Play HQ. I never knew that about the best on.
They do.
I thought it was going to be from in the paper or something. I'm just going to have a look at it.
No, they do it like best player. I don't know how they like judge it. Obviously, maybe on stats,
sure.
Coaches Awards or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. No, it gets put up. I'm pretty sure. Like Central Midlands would put it up on their Facebook.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where they would probably get it from.
Yeah, right. Well, you slot yourself nicely into, what is it, equal fifth?
Something like that. There's a lot
technically, it's not equal fifth, but that's how we'll do it. So 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Well, actually, we've got 9.5 and 10.5.
So you like fit in well to the league to get 6 out of the 14 in the best player. Yeah. And then probably some other games where you might have been on the border of that.
As a year 11?
Year 11, yeah.
So you didn't just like, you were, I'd say you were more than a role player.
Yeah, well, I knew most of the blokes there. Like, they all watched me play nippers.
And you would have watched them.
And I would have watched them after. So I remember them yelling out to me, why you can't play league with us? But, I was too young. And then I got to play with them, but yeah, it was good.
It's insane. That's like just someone who's still in school. Like, it's crazy to think because we're used to seeing stuff in the city, but obviously country clubs, it's all the junior program and the senior program's like the same. So it's like not really a shock, but just being in the city our whole lives, that's just unheard of.
Yeah, we're not exposed to country life.
It is crazy. So yeah, you slot into 9 out of 14, which is probably on par. You're probably smack bang in the middle of the leaderboard, just about.
Yep.
Which is very, very handy. Well, of course, it is all thanks to Pegs, and I've changed that at the top of the rundown, Ethan. Beautiful. So powered by the Pegs app. Download the Peg app because it is not new to students and whatnot. It is new to everyone. So new to everyone, we can get discounts big time from now on to everyone. So we can actually now go to Warrell or something and get a handy discount.
We can.
Nice.
Don't have to lie about being students.
Yeah, exactly. Well, of course, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, you can head over to YouTube and vice versa. Remember to subscribe, 5-star rating, helps us out a lot. And we'll appreciate it a heap.
Absolutely.
Bobby, thanks for coming in at very, very late notice. Probably the latest notice we've ever had in our 5 years of doing this. So I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hope you enjoyed it.